Good morning, traders. And God bless you. Looks like we got a lot of green on the board this morning. Let's hope it stays up there and we get a lot of choices. How to make your money before the market opens. That way you can just close the books once 8:30 bell rings. And good morning to everyone on YouTube and Discord. So I did get the buy indicator to work perfectly. So what you can do during the day when the market opens is sort by the buy indicator. And you'll be able to see the stocks in your stock list right when they make the crossover over here. I think it's going to help tremendously during this open hours when the volume is low. At least we'll be popping up some buys for the crossovers to see if they can go up. I'll be leaving it on all day long on Discord as I test this buy indicator and start searching through. As the day progresses and see how good it performs and how it's going to benefit us. If it's working fine, I'll go ahead and release it tonight. I don't have a video on it yet. Maybe I'll just take a cut out of this live stream this morning and use it for the launch of the indicator. I also put it in this little button right here. So if you're monitoring a stock and it crosses over, it's going to pop a little button up right here that says buy or sell. So we got about 3 more minutes to go. If you're new here, we'll be watching this column. This is the volume spike column. I'll go ahead and sort by volume spike. And I'm running number 35. I took the one off that's bullish bearish because we're not going to be shorting in pre-market. We're going to be buying. So I'm running number 35, which is bullish only. That way it's shortened the list for me. I'm not worried about the ones going down. I want to find the ones going up. So I put number 35 and then I saved it as pre-market so that when I go back to the daytime market open, I can just go to setup and open workspace for normal hours and it'll bring back the sellers and the buyers bullish volume spike. So 2 workspaces, one for pre-market, set it up with only number 35. And set your regular hours up with the correct one. So we watch this spike here. We watch this volume spike. This is the most important column of the whole setup. This is going to get you there faster than anything on the screen. As soon as you see these numbers rising, you want to click on them and go see what's happening on the chart. Once that happens, your eyes should go immediately to the current bar volume. Make sure there's a lot of volume in that stock so you can get in and get out safely. Also pay attention to these volume lines. These are not moving averages if you're new here. This is the positive volume. This is volume going up as they're buying. This is volume as they're selling on the red line. So if you're in a trade, you're watching these 2 lines. Once you see this red line turning up, you know the sellers are coming in and you may have to get out. We'll be watching for the crossover once this fires up over here. And we got about 20 seconds to go. So let's pay attention, see what's going on, see which one may be the best one. Here's NCL. You can see the numbers rising. And good luck to you. And it disappeared that fast. How about that? I'm watching for moving numbers. I'm also waiting for them to crawl up to the top of the list. The higher the number goes, the higher it's going to go up the list. That one's showing weakness, not going anywhere. It did make it to the top, as I said. If you're new here, about 6:30, I'll do an introduction, let you know who I am, what we got going on, and how it can benefit you. And I thank everyone for joining us this morning as we try to make some money watching these numbers, keeping a close eye since the market just opened. If you're not set up for pre-market trading, there's a video on it in our how-to videos. Make sure that your chart is on EXT so you can buy a stock. That would be the Time and Force EXT. Well, I'm seeing them bouncing around, but I'm not seeing them really take off. I think this is a lot cleaner than me having to sort through the red ones also. And this morning I am sorted by bullish volume spike, not by the momentum. I'm thinking this is more important to sort by because we really want to know what's moving as soon as it starts moving. It's okay to have a number over here that just tells us it was moving in pre-market. Acon, cheaper stock, moving up a half a penny at a time. So far, just a couple of bouncers, nothing really impressive. But we do know what's moving. They're right here in this column and in this column down here. I'm watching both of them. I think this is a lot cleaner running just the bullish side of that volume spike indicator. That way we know when they pop up, they're all green, not some red ones scattered in the middle. There's Rivian. I played it a few times in my life. Man, Mara's been all over the board. I love that stock. Never know where it's going. That's the good part about it. It can surprise you one day and give you $3. Y'all are screaming POL. I don't even have it on the thing. Not in my list. It goes to show you how the refresh, when we work together, we can still catch them instead of some of us missing them. Let's see if we can get a pullback here, unless you're already in and green and chasing it. Should be some profit takers coming soon for the next run up on a pullback. Still going up. Man, it's like click the mouse button the moment it triggers, right? Maybe we should start doing that. I think the majority of them keep going more than the ones that just go up and come back down. That could have been a good 20, 30 cents right here. Come on, pull back for us. Sellers are coming in. They're taking that profit. That's the wick on the top. May not pull back far before the other ones find it if it don't hurry up. There it goes again, still going. Too high now for me to click the button. I'm going to wait on a pullback. I should have hit it right at the start. I'm feeling confident now with these indicators and these green candles. I mean, chasing the green candles in the past, when I learned my lesson, I didn't have this confirmation behind it. It was a guessing game back then. Maybe I should try it again. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. I don't think we're going to get a pullback. This is pretty strong. The buyers are way up here. Sellers are way down here. Maybe this is it. They're going to run it up. Not going to get a chance at it. I'd have to chase it. And I don't want to chase it this high. Hopefully some of you got in it. I know I want to chase it real bad. But if we got confirmation of these green candles like we do, I mean, maybe we can chase them safely. I'll be the victim. I'll try one. Maybe I won't be a victim. Maybe it'll be a plus. Still hadn't showed up on my list. Of course, I don't think I've refreshed yet. Are we getting the pullback finally? It looks like it. I want it to come down here. Give me a good sell-off right here. Pull back for me. Of course, a weak pullback is good. That means there's buyers sitting right here waiting to drive it back up some more. There it goes. It's going to go some more, I think. Not much profit taking in this one. Now we're going to test 214 as support for the next run up. You could play it off of this level. I'm going to remove this line since it wasn't a pullback. I'm seeing it down here now. This is a custom pre-market riser scan. Kind of late, but it's on there. So far, this stock is up 114%, probably from way back when. David Reese, they're the same as what you're seeing on the screen. I may be sorted differently than you, but they are the same. This is the pre-market risers. This one is the all stock scan. This one, I don't know if it's up there or not. Sometimes I run it up here and you don't even know it. But when I do run it up here, everybody's telling me I don't have the same stocks as you. And sometimes I try not to reveal some things if I'm testing. So there is a pullback right here. Don't know how much more it has in it. Let's see if it bounces back up to 226. And if you haven't been here before, when I mark this lower level, that's going to be the entry price, providing we get a green candle after the red one. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but 80 to 90% of the time it does. Since this one ran up so strong, I don't have any confidence in it bouncing up right here. But they're known to make a liar out of me, and they go right back up and exceed, break through 226 and keep going. So this is resistance. It couldn't get any higher. It rejected. So that's called resistance. This is support. There was buyers sitting down here at this level, ready to drive it up for a second run. That's why it stops in these two areas. Buyers are sitting here. Profit takers are sitting here. Doesn't even have a spike anymore. Here it is down here in this list. Volume is slow, but still moving. Now they're seeing it's not going up anymore. They may start taking more profit to get out of it. Saw a volume spike pop in right there. We are running V4 this morning, so this one's going to be pretty accurate. No more guessing. And I'll explain all these arrows at 6:30. Still getting some spike arrows. It may go back up. It may go for another run here. It's looking promising. I'm going to stick with it for a moment. There could be 20 cents here up to 240. Me too, Trump. I think that is like the king of the indicators. V4 and V6. Looks like we're going to go. That's why you don't get away from them until they're done. This stock may not be over. It could end up being a $5 stock by the end of the day. So right now, you should have it in your personal watch list. If you don't know how to do that quickly, you can right-click on it and go to Add to and your stock list, and you're done. You got it done. That is correct. It has a yellow for entry and a yellow for exit. Pullback works every time. Looky here. I've been saying it's going to go, and it did. I shouldn't have looked down. I missed it. There was 20 cents there. I did call that out as well. It did make it to that 240. I love the pullback. I really do. It's the greatest thing in the world. Good job, Robert Pro. At 1,000 shares, I just left $200 on the table. I'm going to stand in the corner and cry. Good job, Dana. $20 is $20. That's a third of a tank of gas. Good job, Peter. I see Peter's catching on. I remember when he came in here, I couldn't even pronounce his name. Now he's already making money. That was just several weeks ago. Good job, Brian. Good job, Joseph. Good job, Jason. Good job, Michael. Look at this, folks. Look at the list. Are we on it or what? Good job, Joshua. German Chu, I guess that's how you say it. Good job. Janelle. Tribe 1. God bless each and every one of you. This is what the blessings are about. Good job, Bob. Good job, Alfredo. Good job, Buster. Good job, Domingo. This is going to be a highlight reel here. I think I'm going to change the, what do you call it, the image on the video and say, looky here. Look at, we're still going, gaining more strength. So never pull away from them when they're still active like this. That's the whole key. Until they're dead, they're not dead. When I mark out the resistance and then I mark out the support level, it's going to be your call. But once you start seeing a green candle coming in, that's when you want to make your decision to get in or not. I kind of called it out through the whole thing. It was holding this lower level. And these spike arrows kept saying it's not done, even though they were red. And then the spike arrows came back in and said, here we go. Still trying to go, but I don't want to click the button because it'll come down to 50 cents. I just flat missed it. I looked down to answer a question, and when I looked up, it was already here. I even missed the second run. Andy, when you're in profit, you get out. Hang on till you see weakness, get out. First sign of weakness, get out. It doesn't matter if you made 30 or 200. Lock in your profits. Yeah, we'll get another one. Jim, I feel the same way. If I don't get in, everybody gets wealthy except for me. Good job, Andy. Got to get rid of the greed. You got to get rid of the emotional connection to that stock. You just got to sit back, have a sip of coffee. You see green, you make your decision. You click the button twice, and you're done, and have another sip of coffee. That's how easy this should be for you. I mean, the indicators are telling you everything you need to know. No guessing game. I mean, I guess it is guessing if it's going to go up again. But how many times have you seen it go up again? Almost every time. Paramedic Dave, I'm beginning to believe that. Or maybe I should turn off the chat on my side. I'm so used to trying to make everybody else happy while I'm trying to test indicators. Now that I'm done testing indicators after today, PRZO, let's see if it's a pullback. It definitely is a cheaper stock. So this would be resistance, and I just missed it already without even saying anything. It's going to be too late. But you can draw these lines out yourself. You don't even have to draw them out. You can visually see them. I've done it so much. You can see it happen without these lines. I missed it already, see, and now it's going to go up to $14. I don't know how high it's going to go on this second run. That's why you need to kind of catch them as low as you can. But honestly, you'll get good enough to where you don't need these support and resistance line. You'll see a stock take off. You'll see that little pullback. You'll get in and it'll jump up. I'm throwing the lines just so you understand what's going on in that stock. Thank you, Domingo, for your donation. God bless you, brother. Good job, Back Road Bound. Andy, if it works today, I'll try to get it out there tonight. No promises, but I'll try. I still have to make a video on it. I don't like just throwing them out there and say, hey, look. I got to get the views off of it on YouTube to make it pay me a little bit for building the indicator. When I say a little bit, $10 to $20, maybe $30 through the whole launch. That's not very much money for about 10 hours, 12 hours worth of work. You do not, Will. You must not be set up properly. Go watch the pre-market video and how-to videos. You click that button twice and you're set up correctly. You bought it twice. Good morning, Jimmy. You missed a good one, Jimmy, if you weren't here at 6 o'clock. Actually, this is the second one. Thank you, Peter. God bless you, brother. So if you're new here, continue to come make some money with us on pre-market. If you were in here in the last 20 minutes, you saw the dollars flying. I don't need to prove it to you. Everybody else does. We may get another bounce up here. I'm watching it. It's not much money though, 10 cents or 9, and you're lucky to get a nickel, so it's probably over at this point. So this is another one to put in the watch list, PRZO. I'm going to right click on it, add to watch list. Thank you, options trader. God bless you, brother. It's still trying. It's too late, though, in my opinion. Some of you probably caught it in here because you were typing it out in the chat room. That goes back to buying green candles, right? Getting quiet now. It is 6:30. We'll see if it calms down. If it does, I'll do the introduction. And we're going up, it looks like. I'm not going to buy the top here. It's already had its pullback. Second pullback. I think you can say that just about all of the stocks, that they were multi-day runners back in the day. And you can probably say, oh, they used to be at this price for every stock. I think that's pretty much the truth for all of them. It's still going over here. Looking good on the volume. The buyers are up here. The sellers are down here. 90% overall, 70, 80. But no, I'm not getting in up there. Alfredo, you got them sorted by alphabetical order? PASG, you guys are making me think I need a reboot or something. Why am I not getting them? Do y'all have more stocks in the list than what I'm showing right here on pre-market risers? So it popped up now up here. So all of you are sorted by Momo, it sounds like. So I have 5. Do y'all have more than 5? Okay, so it's probably correct. I hate rebooting. I do. JV, I am sorted by volume on another monitor as well. So maybe we're just getting different data feeds is what it is. Maybe they're blocking me and blessing you. Bob, they could be. You never know. They don't like me preaching on here. That's what it is. God bless YouTube. Maybe that'll help them turn the other cheek. Good job, Janelle. Gordon, that really shouldn't have anything to do with it. Gordon, everybody else has the same stocks plus more. Today I'm being punished. Good job, Buster. Everybody making money. There must have been 20 or 25 of you on that last one. I couldn't quit thanking you, saying good job. The Bucks were flying this morning. Robert, I get chills all the way down my arms when this happens. I'm sure you guys do too. You're probably thinking, what has this guy done? Has he tricked the market? No, I didn't trick it. It's all about volume and price action. Robert, right now, I'd be happy with $2. I didn't make anything. Thank you, Buster. I remember when some of you didn't even know what a wick was. Or what's a resistance line? And now you're making money. And we still have some today that are still learning, and I know their blessings coming if they just stick with it. So now I want you to think about something. I want you to think about how many shares you bought this morning. And then ask yourself the question, how do I make more money? And then think about your confidence level. How confident were you getting into those stocks? And the way you make more money is to up your share size. You're not going to get the stock to move more. You just need to up your share size. But don't do it because I'm saying it. I'm just telling you how to make more money. Once you're that confident, hit it hard. You might make today's pay on one trade. You might make a week's pay on one trade. But don't do it till you're absolutely comfortable with what we have going on. And I see a lot of you are getting pretty comfortable. But that's where the money comes in, is when you get confident enough to trust what you're looking at and you up your share size. Start slow. If you've only been buying 100 or 200 shares, just go to 3 or 4. Work your way up. It is right here, but I'm not counting on it for pre-market, okay? Because pre-market, the stocks are not moving, so we're not using the buy. We're using the volume spike. FRGT moving. It's really volatile, nothing really confident here. This is a trade that you would not want to throw a bunch of shares at because of the volatility we have right here. Pastor Volsi, you just got to keep coming, keep coming. You don't have to click the button. Just keep coming and keep watching. If you're not comfortable, don't trade. Keep watching. Dusty, I broke it down into two indicators. It's the same indicator. I just broke it down into two. So if somebody never shorts, they don't need the red side of it. They just need to know when something's fixing to go up. Boy, this one's jumping all over the place. Cheaper penny stock. So I said this one's volatile. That's why you don't just throw a bunch of shares at it. It's jumping up and down, not knowing where it wants to go. So I know we're not shorting in pre-market. So I didn't see any reason to keep the red side of it. I don't care that they're going down in pre-market. I care that they're going up. Pastor, we can fix that if you just hang in here and watch every day what we do. And it feels good to say what we do, not what I do. That we gives us all confidence because now we are all making money, not just me. And you can join that group if you just keep watching. Watch me mark out the levels. Watch us find them in the bullish spike here. They'll start going up. They'll stop. They'll pull back. We'll get in and they'll run up. By waiting on this pullback, you eliminate the stock falling when you click the buy button. It's already fell. I mean, it may go down a little and then shoot up, but you eliminate that pullback when you get in. All right, let me do the walkthrough while we're a little bit quiet. If you're new here, I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I code my own scripts. In this column, I've broken down volume. As far as buyers and sellers, of course, today we're only showing the buyers. But you'll see this indicator take off and this percentage start rising the moment a stock starts moving. Once it starts moving, we immediately go to this current volume bar to make sure it has enough volume to get in and get out safely. Once we confirm that, we also look to see that we have a crossover of these two moving averages. This one is the 5, this one is the 13. If we have confirmation that the 5 is above the 13 and these spike arrows start coming in, You need to make your decision if you want to get in or not. If you don't want to chase it, wait on a pullback like this. I'll be marking out the levels like so. This would be resistance. This would be support. And when I click the support button, that's always an entry level. That's where you want to decide to get in or not, to ride it up for the next level. And you get out as soon as you're in profit. This one's kind of volatile. We would not have played this stock because of the volatility, and plus it's pretty cheap too. But this is basically what you do. We watch the volume spike. Once it spikes, we watch it, look for the crossover, we look at the volume. If it starts moving up and these lines turn north and these arrows start popping in, that's a good indication to get in. If you miss the run, wait for me to hit the resistance and the support levels, because there's usually another run up right after the first one. We get to know about the stocks when they first start running by this indicator here. It's always searching for something moving in pre-market. Once it finds one, it pops up right here, and that gives us a good indication that here's a stock that we might can make some money on. We also have several other indicators. This is the momentum indicator. I'll sort it by momentum for now. If a stock starts moving in pre-market and it just moves a little bit, it's going to get a low score. If it starts moving more and more, the score increases and it works its way to the top with a higher number. This morning we sorted by bullish because I like to see them as soon as they start spiking. We also have several other indicators that are tied into this bullish indicator. These labels up here will say bullish and bearish. So once it's bullish, this is a bullish candle, you'll see bullish pop in up here. If it's a bearish candle, you'll see bearish. Down here is our volume. I took away the volume bars and put it in a label. So this is pre-market total. This is the current candle, which would be this one. This is the last candle, which would be the one before it. You always want to see this number bigger than this one, or at least growing bigger than this one. That tells you the volume is still coming in. Over here, you'll see buyers and sellers. It lets you know overall through all of the volume, you'll see buyers or sellers. This is a good indication that the buyers are stronger than the sellers. And this indicator here, we couldn't remember how often this buyers popped up, so I broke the volume down into two lines. The green line are the buyers, the red line is the sellers. And keep in mind, I don't have access to buyer and seller data. So what I did, this is positive volume. This is volume increasing as the price goes up. To me, that's buyers. This is volume increasing as the price comes down. That is sellers. So you can pretty much track right here how the stock is performing by watching these two lines. If the sellers are way down here and the buyers are way up here, the buyers have the advantage. Never trade off of my screen. Sometimes my screen is delayed. And I'm watching that volume spike up there. So my screen is delayed. Don't ever trade off my screen. Set your own computer up with your own indicators and trade right off of your machine. If you're not a subscriber of YouTube, that's where we get support for this channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Watch the videos over there. Watch these live streams. Watch my older videos and my newer videos. They all contain important information. You'll pick up pointers here and there off of each one of them. Put up with a few YouTube commercials. That's how I keep this channel free. We are also donations only. If we make you money and you feel like you want to pay it forward, you can donate in the chat box down there on YouTube by clicking the square with the $sign in it and then clicking Super Chat. You can name your price. Or you can permanently support us over on Patreon. There's a link to that on our Discord channel. You can select your total over there too, $5 a month up to $30. So your support keeps us going, keeps this channel free. And that's the intention. I want to teach all of these investors that have not been making money how to make money in the market. If you were here this morning, you've seen 20 or so traders all posting their profits. Most of these people have only met me in the last 6 or 7 months. Some of them only been here a couple of weeks. If you stick around every morning, learn these indicators as I explain how they work, it becomes natural to you, just like, okay, this is not hard. But then you got to build your confidence up. So keep in mind, there's a lot to learn still, even though I make it look easy. You have to monitor volume, buyers and sellers, and a couple of indicators to give you confidence. Once you learn, you won't even have to have these indicators. You'll naturally be able to tell when to get in and when to get out. And that would be called learning price action. You got to know what the candles are doing. You got to know what the buyers and sellers are doing. Once you master that, you get better at your trading. Over on the YouTube videos, in the description, you'll find a link to our Discord. That's where you'll find all of these stocks, all of these indicators, not stocks, but indicators. You'll find almost 3,000 investors over there using this system. If they're not using the entire system, they're using part of it or multiple parts of it. So join our Discord. You'll find all of these files over in Current Setup. There's the link to the Discord. Make sure you accept the disclaimer so the channels will pop in. Once you do that, head on over to Start Here. That's a list of everything, a kind of a short explanation of what you need to know. Once you go to Start Here and you get familiar with it, go to Current Setup, and that's where you'll find these files. You'll get these labels, these indicators, these labels. You'll get this dominator. You'll get the volume spike, and you'll get the Momo. I'll put this buy indicator there once it's confirmed after today. If you don't know how to load indicators, labels, and scripts, watch the how-to videos. They'll help you get this done, especially video number 8 in how-to videos. If you still have issues, head on over to support. Leave your questions there. Everybody's helping everybody. This is a community effort. If I can't get to you soon enough, somebody else will help you out. And let's see what I'm leaving off here. Oh, visit our channels. We have the trading floor with Gregster and River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stocks, and they post stock picks throughout the day when one pops up that looks promising. Over in Options Trader, you'll find Bobby. He's a good options trader guy. He occasionally has a stream. He had one last night. I recorded it. I'll be putting it up later today to take you a little bit deeper in the options if you're interested. We also have the, let's see what else is over there. I'm trying to think. I'm losing my thought here watching the charts. So anyway, we have a bunch of help over there, and we appreciate you joining us this morning. Just sit here, watch, and learn if you're new. We'll be watching this column while we drink our coffee, waiting on things to pop up. Our next opportunity is probably going to be in about 5 minutes. It's the top of the hour is usually when news is released, so we cautiously wait for the top of the hour for the next stock to start moving. Appreciate you joining us this morning. And we'll sit here and wait. Good job, Jimmy. Today I'll be leaving the stream up on Discord all day. As I click that buy signal up here, I'm going to be sorting by the buy and see how accurate it puts me on stocks where these two volume lines are crossing over. It should find them for me all day long. As of yesterday, I believe it's very accurate. It's going to pop a buy the moment it crosses. As you remember yesterday, we had a bunch of buys, a bunch of sells, and a bunch of holds. It was not functioning correctly. That's why I said it's not ready. Today, now, it's only going to post the ones that are buys or that are sells. It's not going to just list a bunch of stocks. Well, it's not a volume thing anymore. I was trying to track movement, whether it's volume or not. If it's very little volume, it still should tell us when those lines cross. And yes, volume does have a lot to do with it. It's not going to move as fast. But I want to know every stock that's crossing over and the buyers are starting to outnumber the sellers. That's where my stock picks are going to be throughout the day. It may show me a crossover and it may not go anywhere, but I'm going to be checking every one of them, because if it's crossing over, something might happen and I could land on a trade. It is, but I don't think it works in pre-market. It might. I haven't noticed. Look, I wasn't looking for it this morning. I'm kind of interested. I'm trying to calm down market open. If I can calm down market open with this buy indicator and be put on the best stocks, then I'm not worried about market open anymore or trying to find something throughout the day. My stock picks are to come from this column throughout the day. I'll be sorted by this column so that the buys are at the top. So we'll see how it goes. You'll get to see it live. I'll be clicking it, watching it, sorting it, maybe make a few trades. Yeah, I want to be done by market open too. I don't really care. I want 8:30 ding, ding, ding to be day over. Andy, the volume dies on it. That's why they disappear. Robert, if you make enough money in the morning, you won't care about the rest of the day. Thank you, Andy. Just don't set a goal. Don't say, okay, I need to make $200 a day, because that will never happen. Just be ready to pull that trigger with the amount of shares that you can afford and accept what the market gives you. Don't try to set a target, or you're going to find yourself forcing trades trying to get there. Jim, there's not a number on volume. There's no certain, hey, when it hits this number, I'm in. It's all about volume flow. You really want to see this number moving rapidly right here in this current bar. If it's moving rapidly, then grab your piece of that stock if it's rising. I'm only looking at volume to make sure that I can get in with a large amount of shares and get out without it selling 10 times to get out of it. So high volume flow, and I don't know what high volume flow is. I mean, we're in pre-market, we're starting at zero volume. News comes out, the volume skyrockets, and you need to be in that trade while that volume is skyrocketing. And you should be able to do that on any stock, even throughout the day, because if it's rising, the buyers are there. The volume is flowing. You just got to plan your entry and your exit while that volume is flowing. See you later, Fire Medic Dave. Have a blessed day. Andrew, that's only going to be on your risk management. You know what you can afford. You know your own experience. You know your own success rate. So trade according to what you know, what you feel. If you're not confident, very small share size. Good job, Dana. LVGN's already had the pullback. Steadily going. I'm almost thinking I need to reboot, but man, I'd have to sort all of these windows again. I don't want to go through it. So you guys call them out to me. That's how we're going to do this. I mean, yesterday we crashed at market open. LGVN is flying. It is going and going strong. There's $2.40 to $3. There was a 60-cent run there. Hopefully you guys caught it while I was talking and missing it. You can save anything as a setup. I have market open setup and pre-market setup. That's the only two setups I need. So at pre-market, I start with pre-market. When the 8:30 bell rings, I'll hit the setup button and click on day trading. Let's see if we get another pullback here. This would be the second pullback. This could be profitable. Let's see. I'm going to remove this line up here. That's probably a previous resistance level. I'll mark this red candle when it stops. This will be the support line for the next run up. That's a good closing range right there. Let's see if we bounce back up. Or if it keeps pulling down, then it's showing weakness. They're getting out of it. Yep, that one's a flop, it looks like. Missed it, or maybe they misinterpreted the news if it had news, or maybe it was a pump and dump. You never know. You can see the sellers and the buyers down here are neck and neck. Well, it must not have been too good of news. They sold it off. So that was our 7 o'clock stock. So these are the kind of stocks that can trap you. If you chase green candles and you get in right in here somewhere, the next candle turns red and you lose it, because your entry should be at the bottom of these red candles, not at the top of these green ones. You got to get away from it. You got to break the habit of chasing them until you become where you're at the education level that you know what you're doing when you're buying a green candle. And even then, you'll still lose at times, because chasing them is really bad. Can be very rewarding, but it can also cost you as much as you thought you were going to make. Mara pushing up again. It's in the list. Let's zoom out. Let's take a big look at Mara here. Let's look at the 15-minute. So that's where we are. This is the high over here. So we're breaking through a high. And we'll go back to the 1 minute on it. So you see the shorters or the sellers, they're laying flat here. They don't want any part of losing money as this stock is being powerful over the last 3 or 4 days. But I bet you when it finally kicks in to sell, it's going to come all the way back down to 17 maybe. So that's a resistance level right there. It matches the one back here. Maybe we'll get a pullback on it. Let's see if it becomes resistance, if it can't get through here. It's amazing how it just stops right there on that line, right? Looks like we're going to break that high. It is a new high. Yeah, volume is real slow on it. But it's still going. It looks good on the 5 and 13 as well, Robert. That's why I love V4 for trading, for scalping, is what I mean. This right here, to me, is my day trading swing indicator. You won't beat it. It moves a lot faster than the swing lines, and that's what you need for day trading. So maybe Mara is a 100 share buy to sit on. We did break through resistance. Now we're going up. So we have seen news come out at the half hour occasionally. So maybe at 7:30 something else will happen. Or maybe by 7:30 Mara will be at that $24. Or maybe it won't. You have to keep your eye on it. I can see the 5 moving average rounding over. Will it come back down to retest 2268? It might. It already retested it once on this candle. This candle was red and they bought it back up and turned it green. Now we're coming back down. Let's get a little tighter look at it. That's what we're looking at. Holding its price. We love stocks that hold their price. We're staying above resistance. Well, we're staying above support now. Once the price is above resistance, it becomes support. Retesting 2268 or 2263, pardon my eyesight. So does anybody else not have sound on YouTube? Marilyn, it must be you. Everybody else has it. Bar is showing signs of growing up even higher. We are also testing this level, it appears. This may be the channel it needs to break through right here between these two lines for the continuation up. Thank y'all for that confirmation on the sound. Broke through. And pulled back down. Looking good down here. Volume seems to be picking up. I saw Riot pop up over here, but it quickly disappeared. So look at the strength of this stock. Starting from down here, you can see that there's very little sellers in the run. So if you plan a small entry just to sit on it, you want to buy that red candle, not the green one. That's where you want to enter. And if you just sit on small share size, it's not going to be like losing you $100 when it ticks. 100 share size should be jumping like $10 to $20 if it pulls back. Andy, no, it's not a big move. Mara is known to give up $1 or two when it's running. But it looks like it's setting up for market open. It could really take off at market open. No sellers hardly, just a couple profit takers along the way. Seller line is laying down here flat at the bottom. You can tell a lot about this stock by looking at these little red candles and these volume lines down here. So if you'd have got in, like I said, on this red candle, you'd already be in profit. Buy the red ones, don't buy the green ones. So if you got in with 100 shares down here, you're probably up about $10 or $12 now. Still going. Now you'd probably be up about $15. There's a red candle. I remember saying about 3 weeks ago, Mara was at $12, and I was saying I can't wait till it pulls back to $7.50. It never did pull back, but $10, $12 3 weeks ago, and now we're doubled almost. Jimmy, we need to convert her. She needs to sit beside you. We'll get to her one day. Yeah, if you keep all the profits to yourself, it'll get to her. Just tell her, no, you weren't interested. This is mine. So down here, I said maybe get 100 shares. Maybe you're up $15 now. It's not much, but you're up. See you later, Dana. Have a blessed one. Bring me a dozen donuts. No, I can't eat them. Never mind. Love you guys too, Robert. Y'all are starting to sound like my wife. She loves me when I give her money. All right, maybe an entry here on this pullback. If we can get it to come down into here, it's probably be a good entry for Mara. We're kind of waiting on the run to be over with to see how much strength it has. So those people that got in down here with 100 shares, they're saying, I'm taking my $15. So here's your entry levels down here. Remember that. I may have to remove this line if it keeps going down. It may not, though. So if you're thinking about getting in, this is where you would do it. Is it a good play? Maybe, maybe not. There's that spike arrow coming back. You can see the nose turning up here on the buyers. You can see the sellers laying flat. Selling off a little more. Let's see if it can hold 2287. JC, you're going to jinx me, man. But that's okay. You're always right, and that's what counts. I don't think it's going to pull back too far, though. I really don't. I think it's going to get a breath of fresh air and possibly make another run at it. I'm confident in it because the 5 moving average is still above the 13. That gives me confidence. Don't forget to be watching the numbers too down here. I'm going to check NKLA on a run up, cheaper stock. I'm looking at the volume. Volume looks pretty good. Possible pullback here. I'm not going to mark this resistance level until I see a strong enough pullback on the next candle on this red one. Looks like the volume is slacking off, stuck on 22s. Couple more coming in. Let's take a look at it on the 15 minute. It looks good on 15 minutes. It's nice and green. Looks good on the 5 minute. Here's the 15 minute if you haven't seen it. Here's the 5 minute. And the 1 minute. Everything's in sync. We just need volume to kick in on this one. The volume is slacking off. Bruce, I'm a coder. I custom build all of my indicators. You won't find them on ThinkorSwim. Come here and join us. You get thousands of dollars of indicators for free. This one alone probably could have named my price on. This one probably could have done the same thing. I'm still waiting on results, Nora. I don't know how long it takes to get results on a CT scan, but probably today, I would think. NKLA is holding this price level. That's a good sign. I just wish it was a $5 stock doing that. I really do. You're looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I think you landed on it, Bruce. You're standing on the end of the rainbow right now. Did Mara break out again? Let's take a look. Yep, Mara broke out again. Good job, Jim. Todd, they're in the drawing tools on ThinkorSwim right up here. You go to the drawing tools, and it's this one right here, the second one down on the right. And then as the stock reaches a high and starts pulling back, I'll mark the top level. Once it gets through pulling back, I'll mark the bottom level, and the bottom level is always going to be the entry. You have to show up every day to understand what we do. It's not hard. You just have to be here every day, and then it becomes natural to you. And before you know it, you'll be deleting indicators like I have on my other screen, and you'll only have the price and a few other items. I'm mainly doing all these indicators to show confidence in what I built here. You were here earlier this morning. There was about 18, maybe 22, made a profit instantly. Could have been much higher if everybody would have trusted the indicators, but I understand we have new people here too. JC, they love picking on you, don't they? They hate it when you're right. They love it when you're wrong. Todd, it's not a challenge when you wake up in the morning and you make $800 to $1,500 or $2,000 at 4 a.m. You can go back to bed. I'd get up at 1 a.m. if I had to, if I knew the money was there. It ain't about time and when you got to do it. It's when the money's available, you got to grab it. Mara's still paying out this morning on low volume. It's probably going to do this most of the day, I'm going to suspect. I hate to see it the day the shorters come in, though. Of course, those shorters are going to love it. RDHL taking off. If you're not watching the volume spike column, you're going to miss them. $1.50. Pretty volatile right now. Bouncing up and down. Lost half of that candle already. Be careful of a pump and dump, okay? This looks pretty radical. Gonna let it calm down and play the pullback. We're not going to chase this candle. It could cost you your profit you made this morning. Very volatile. Don't know that this is the top here. I'm going to wait a second. It could just be a slight pullback, a run up. Careful of the sell-off here. Going to go ahead and mark it. All right, let's see if we get a green here. If we get a red, I'm going to continue to follow this red one down. Do not enter. So this probably is the level. This is where you would enter. Well, that was quick, but it should break through. And it did. How's that pullback working for you? It's not much money there. It's only a nickel. Don't get too excited. But the pullback did work. This stock's pretty volatile. I don't know how long I would stay in it if you bought it. And just like that, it went away. You got to trust them, Andrew. If you come here and see how many times it works, you'll start trusting them. There wasn't much money here. I did not play this stock. I didn't like how volatile it was in this first candle. You are correct, Jason. Me either. Too jumpy. But if you did buy down here, you can still get out without a loss. Good job, Gordon. Gordon, wasn't you just saying earlier that you were having issues? Did that resolve them for you? Yeah, I'm trying to not look at Riot. That's one I missed. Looks pretty good, though. It's doing the Mara thing. They're both in the same category. Gordon, if you message me after this live stream, let's just say 10 o'clock Central Time, I'll try to match it up with you and see if we can get it straightened out. Good job, Trader 22. So we are here and we are here. This is your entry right here. If it continues to come back up to recover, there's a volume spike. Low volume is hard to do these pullbacks because you never know on low volume how strong the run back up will be because it's going to be running back up on low volume. So everyone that's having pre-market trouble, if you want, I'll communicate with you after the live stream, help you get it sorted out. But keep in mind, other people are posting stocks I don't have either. It may just be the scan refresh. We're all on different servers and refreshing at different times. So here we go, looking over here at Riot. Near entries down here. It may go back up to 1765 to retest it, and it could break through. I can't predict it because the volume is so low. Or it may hold this price level and start consolidating sideways. Looks like it's going to work again. It's worked. The pullback has worked every stock this morning. No, actually, one never did. It did a pullback, but it never gave us an indication to get in. So I guess I can't call that a failure because we never got in. But the ones that did give us a pullback did successfully go back up. Gordon, you're welcome. I didn't see your comment. Retesting 1750. If it's your first time here, hit the like button for me if you like what you see. Let's get the likes up. Let's keep the rating going on YouTube. If you want to pay it forward, hit the like button for me. That keeps the ratings up, makes YouTube pay me a little bit more. There's 342 of you and only 183 likes. Give me that blessing, please. Hit that like button. You're getting it all for free. Don't let it hurt your wrists reaching over there to get the like button. I'm just joking. LQR. You're making me want to reboot because they're not popping up for me this morning. Everybody's calling them out. Thank you, OT, for that donation. God bless you, brother. Pastor, I have tried to do the coding for the support and resistance levels. They're much more accurate if you do them manually, because when it auto posts a line for you and the stock moves, this line may change. Like the lines will float around and never stay consistent. But when you mark them manually, they can no longer move. It's like planting a tree there. They're going to stay throughout the day. And you can play these support and resistance levels all day long. It may come back down to the one that you played this morning. So never delete them. Just leave them there. And 2 or 3 days, if you're playing this stock again, the support and resistance levels will still be there. They are reputable. They do repeat. Looks like YouTube playing tricks on me this morning. They just went off and came back on. Once you learn these support and resistance levels, you don't even have to draw them on the screen. Your eyes will say, okay, that's a pullback. That's what will happen to you. They'll become natural movement to you. You're learning price action when you mark out these support and resistance levels. The problem is later on in the day, if you don't mark them out, you may not know that you're down at a resistance level. So I like to put them up there. But as far as the pullback, you'll be able to see it visually without lines. So here we are. The pullback has worked again on Riot. There we are. We're bumping it. I marked it way back here. And we're back up at resistance. It's not much money though, but it is 15 cents. I'm watching a firm also bouncing up here this morning on low volume. We just might have a green day here. We may all get a Christmas present today. I like to call them blessings. You can call them presents. This probably be a better play at market open when it has some volume. Possible entry here on a firm. We do have a nice pullback. It is playing in this range. Possible 30-cent profit right here. Little higher price stock if you play the higher ones. OT, I'm scanning different ways in the market. We now have three. I think I better leave this one here as well. This one is custom coded by me. This one is just typical ThinkorSwim after hours coding. You can find everything on this scan in ThinkorSwim. Down here, this is custom coded by me. It is a pre-market. It does have the clock in it within the code. All right, it's 8 o'clock, guys. You know what time it is. It's coffee time for me. I'm going to take a 10-minute break. I'll be back. This is usually the slow part of the market. You watch the screen, watch your own scans. And of course, when I leave, click the buy button because everything goes up. And then when I start coming back, it all goes back down. But I'll see you in 10 minutes. All right, I am back. That's a warning. I was told to warn people when I entered the room. So at about 8:25, we'll change the scans to the appropriate ones. I'll be running all stocks at the top today. I'll do the 50-minute down below it. I don't know what I'm going to put over here yet. I got time to think about it. Reason I want to run all stocks is I don't want any filters. This is my filter, the buy and sell. I will be sorting by this. If you prefer to sort by this, you go right ahead. I'm going to make sure that what I see in this indicator is accurate, because if I can nail it with this one, the party will be starting at market open. And hopefully throughout the day. Okay, Trump, I heard that. I read it and then I heard it. It stuck. Looks like we played this one before. PRZO moving around. Cheaper stock. Maybe we played it this morning. I believe we did. Breaking through 107. Breaking through PRZO before market open. Be careful on these stocks this close to the bell, because they will sell off before the market opens. So they are pushing it up before the bell rings. And look what scan it's in. It's this one over here, the custom built scan maybe. I need to run it every morning. This is convincing me. Well, if you have too many lines, you can't see the money. That's how I look at that. If it was up to me, I'd erase all these things, like I said before. Guys, I kind of feel like I'm going to reboot ThinkorSwim. I think y'all are calling out more stocks than I'm seeing. I'm going to reboot this thing and get it back up before the bell. So you're going to go black for a minute. Should be coming back up here any second. That was pretty quick. And it looks like I have the same amount. So it just must be on the Schwab or TD Ameritrade side. Do you have a picture yet on YouTube? I'm showing a blank screen. Do I need to reboot that as well? Coming back up on the stream. All right, we're back up. I'm rebooting all of it. I don't want it to turn off when the bell rings like it did yesterday or the day before. I'm about fed up with Windows, really. Almost tempted to go get an old computer so I can run Linux. These new ones don't function so well on Linux. I really don't have a lot running. Only 14 scans, 5 monitors. Jerry, there's a pre-market video on Discord and how-to videos. That'll show you how to get set up. See you later, Alfredo. Have a blessed day, brother. That was my biggest mistake, Installer Pro, was getting rid of Windows 10. I often thought about trying to find Windows 7. I think that was the best one. OT, this one's not up there yet. I'll put it up there later today. If you think about Windows 7 and you ever go into a hospital, all of the hospitals are still running Windows 7. Going to go ahead and change my scans over to the all stock scan up here. Going to do the 50-minute down here. Going to sort by the buy. Let's see what I can put over here. Maybe the high flyers. That's a good one. Shorten my chart up a little bit so I can get more real estate up here. So here's a good example. I just clicked on buy, and that green buyer's volume just crossed the sellers. That one just crossed. That one just crossed. That one's crossing, but it's down. That one just crossed. And that one just crossed. That's a big difference from yesterday, right? Andy, we'll see at the end of the day, but the outlook is looking positive. I'm not so much worried about chasing green candles as I am catching this volume when it first crosses. That's going to be my goal for today, is to find where it first crosses and see if it's beneficial. And I'm sure it will be. That means the buyers are taking over the sellers. Probably going to be too volatile right at the open for me to make that decision. But for any indicator, for any market open, you can't predict market open. You got to let it calm down for a few minutes and see where the directions are going to head. Right now, you know where the SPY's headed? South. See, I clicked that one to show you, and look where it's at. It's already going. It only went a couple pennies, but it went. So since market open's going to be too volatile for me to make any decisions, do y'all want to follow Mara at open and see where it goes? I'll stick it up there on the chart if you do. I do want to test the buy indicator, but at market open, it's going to be so volatile for the first 2 or 3 candles. I'm not going to get accurate data out of it. 4 or 5 minutes after market open, I'll switch back to it. But we can all make money on Mara if we follow it. Might have a positive outcome. We may see $25, $26 at market open. Good luck in your trading. Here we go. Mara is immediately going up. Will we get that $24? $23.98, $99. $24. Steadily going. 24, 12, 14. You never know where it's going to end up, though. It can change directions in a heartbeat. I'm just going to mark the pullback if we get one. Looking good. I bet Riot's right behind it. May get a pullback right here. Let's see what happens. Hopefully the short sellers don't come in and take it all away. Probably going to be a short red candle here, but it looks like a good pullback. May not even get to pullback. The buyers are keeping it up, so that means it's going to continue. Right now, that's an undecided candle. It's got wicks on both ends. Or had. Pulling down, pulling down, pulling down. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see it pull down that far, though. That's coming down a little bit much. Profit takers from pre-market. That's what I call this. That's almost $1 pullback, so be careful on this stock. All right, this may be it right here. I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Let's see if we can hold 23.38 as support. Here comes the bounce back. We may get that dollar back right here. It's not quite a dollar, maybe 75 cents. Going up, going up. There's 50 of it. That's about 60 cents. Are we going to make it? Let's see if we make it. Those are the profit takers playing this pullback. I'm watching the two lines down here. You got to be careful. You don't want this seller line to come soaring up. If it does, it's going to drop. I'd like to see it lay flat and start moving down and let the buyers take over. Showing weakness here. The SPY is gapping up a little, not by much. Showing too much weakness here to stay in my opinion. That red line did come up. You can see it right here. It's going to struggle from this point forward until we get some separation here. There's some separation. Need that red line to fall. That's what we need. Need the sellers to run away. Here come the buyers back. Here come the sellers. They're not going to let it go. Well, if you played the pullback, you could have got something. It shouldn't be a total loss if you're out of it by now. We gave it a run. We gave it a try. Let's go back up here to sort by the buy. Let's see what happens. A UVI at the bottom. PayPal. That's a crossover. So I'm looking for buys with a spike. That's what I'm doing. Looking for buys with a spike. One at the top of the list, but the spike is not moving. High flyers is blank currently, so we know high flyers is blank. The market is kind of sluggish. There's a buy with a spike, but the spike is not moving. So I saw PayPal moving, but the red and the green were too close together, right? I'd like to see that crossover down here, really. We're already at high volume. We're already up on this stock. So what I'm looking for is a crossover down low volume. There's plug. Buyers and sellers are together. Looking good for plug. Getting some separation, trying to at least. I see a resistance level where we played it in the past. It's up here at 450 and we're at 446, only 4 cents away. I'm going to flip through the chart here. So because it's market open, all these crossovers are happening at the top. Later, when the market calms down and they pull back, that's going to be the more playable crossovers. The SPY is up a little bit more. You guys play the stocks you see. I'm testing an indicator. You play the stocks you see. You don't want to follow me, that's fine. I need to confirm this. I need to get it out to you. SPY has a small red candle, may pull back here. I don't really care about these numbers that are bouncing in and out and disappearing. What I want is the one that's going to stay solid up here at the top. The percentage is going to keep going. Right now, we're just doing closing orders, opening orders. Got to get all the trash out of the way before we settle down and be steady. AUVI. We're definitely nailing the crossovers. Not one of them has been wrong. Yesterday we had several of them that were wrong. Bank of America. I'm not liking that every stock I click on that the sellers are right there with the buyers. That's because the market just opened. So we need to let it calm down some more. What I can tell at market open is that we know which ones are moving. We know which ones have the green above the red. They're going to be the stronger stocks. Like I said, I'm testing. You guys play the stocks that you see. Make your money. Don't wait on me. I'm just testing. That's looking good on Bank of America. Not much money, but the results is what I'm looking for. It is going up. Starting to calm down. See you later, Lance. God bless you. Don, that's the ones I'm looking for. The ones that are down here on the indicator that are crossing over. Right now, we're still facing open volatility. Just hope the market don't die at 9 o'clock, or it may be difficult, but this ought to help out even in a dead market. I'm running 7 scans and hardly any buys. Starting to calm down. Only the strong survive, right? That's what I'm waiting on. I agree, Don. I think it's going to help out. I really do. Let's see what a sell does. I think a sell should be pulling back. They are. Starting to steady up now. Tesla on the move. You know, this may be the answer to Tesla as well. Maybe the answer to everything. Maybe the answer to options, futures. You're welcome, OT. If I don't answer you in the chat, I'm studying right now. I'm monitoring how this works. The buys are fading away. The SPY's kind of just sitting there doing not much of nothing. It's like it's at a resistance level. So all of these, the green line has just crossed over, but they're not spiking. So it's like we are aware of the crossover, but nobody else is aware of it. So we need a spike beside these buy signals like that, but it needs to rise. See you later, JC. God bless you. I actually do. There's a scan on that. Over in TOS scans, the 5 crossing the 13. I'm running it right now. There's nothing on it currently. Well, there's four stocks, but they're not. There's no buy and no spikes. That's what's good about this indicator. You can run it on all the scans. I have 4, 5, 6, 7 scans running, and I'm monitoring that buy on all 7. I see buys, but no spikes. That's what I see. Very rarely get a spike. There's a spike on a sell. But the SPY's not doing anything either. Maybe we're at a pause point. Make sure on any of my scans that you set the volume you like and the price range you like. Sometimes I just put like $1 on them and no maximum. Volume's usually around 500,000. You may like 1 million or more. Open. Barely bullish, but man, did I get on it quick? Yes. This is on another scan. This is the high a day scanner. So TLRY at the high of day. Y'all may need to watch the high of day scanner too. Usually when they break the high of day, they're going up to set more high of days. So remember, the dominator can be reversed. The red line can be above the green one and the price rising, but I bet you the green line is coming up to meet the red one. So the red can be above the green, but the green's probably turning up, raising the price. It's catching up. That's how you have to read it. Pointing north is movement. Keep that thought in mind on those two lines. Pointing north is movement. I'm kind of hoping everything is turning around and headed south right now. That's what I'm hoping with these percentages not growing. We can get them to head south and catch them on the turnaround. That's where this buy is going to really shine. Look at the buys popping in, but no spikes. Need a buy with a spike. JetBlue. There's no buy here because it had already crossed back here. I probably brought it up late. It'll be posted later today. I think it's going to be posted on YouTube. I don't know if I can put a video with that many megs up on Discord. I think they have a restriction. I'll put it up on YouTube. Post a link over on Discord. NU just crossed over, had a spike. The spike went away. I'm seeing that you really got to pay attention. The spikes don't stay very long. I'm loving it though. It's notifying me of every crossover. Just no follow through from the low volume. It is live. I'm live every morning till 9:30. I'll be live all day on Discord today. This one is the momentum scan, not the momentum indicator. There's a momentum scan in TOS scans. It pops up very few stocks, but when one pops up, they're usually good. So the momentum scan is a really good scan if you don't like a bunch of stocks and you want to see that one that's stronger than the rest. It's called the momentum scan. RG momentum. It just popped up this one on the momentum scan. There's only 2 stocks on it currently. JV, I have a scan like that. I don't recall the name of it. I think it's I'm thinking. I don't think I called it bottom feeders. I know I called it something like that though. May have called it low risk because they've all pulled back so far. That's it, low risk bounce. The SPY's rising, but the stocks aren't. Thank you, JV, for your donation. God bless you, brother. Looks like we're starting to get stocks down at the bottom of the volume range now. Hopefully they don't stay down there. Looking like we had a better pre-market than regular session. That's why I love pre-market. Pre-market's where the money is currently. And that will change, trust me. Maybe pre-market and market open in a few months. We can get the BS straightened out in the government. I think it'll turn around for everybody. I wished I could, Trader 22. I wished I had the indicator that said, okay, the market's turning around. See you later, Piper. God bless you. I don't mind waiting for a good one. And I hope that's what I'm doing, that all of a sudden we're going to get a buy with a lot of volume spike. Definitely finding the crossovers. The market's not participating. Good point, JV. I may need to try a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute. I'm going to leave that part up to you. When I release it, try all the time frames. You may find the one that hits the magic button. Don, I don't have room for all of it, but I do have the SPY and the tick charts running, yes. I'm trying to limit what I have to watch. I'd like to get back down to 2 monitors, really. But all of the scans are so good, I can't pull away from monitoring every one of them. I mean, what do you do? What's not working on this scan is working on the other one. What's not working on the other one's working on this one. Higher price stock. This one is on the lower volume range. It did get a crossover. This is what I'm looking for, but at a cheaper price. This is NVIDIA. So this proves to you we're not just penny stock people. We're scanning all of them. But that's what I want to see on multiple stocks. That right there. Trump, I can't get political in here. I get punished by YouTube. They done got me once. I shouldn't let them dominate what I say and what I can't say, but I'm going to give in just to keep you guys. But they'll never tell me to not say anything about the Lord. I'll pull out before then. I think they'll all have a different attitude a few months from now. When they tell me I can't say God bless you, well, I guess I'm going to have to put the hex to them. JC, I don't think there's going to be any testing for quite some time. I think I'm done. I got to quit or we're not going to know which one to use. I think we're there. I think we're at the golden key right here. It's all just about market participation now. Martina, it'll be about, well, I did get called out. I will have to leave at 10 o'clock for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So let's just count on 11 o'clock. Just make sure you send me a direct message and I'll answer the direct message for you. That way I don't forget and you're not standing there waiting. Just right-click on my name in Discord and click message. And my name in Discord is up $2. I am looking at the market. The market is bullish, but the stocks aren't. Very few. And I did have that one comment one morning. How can you say the market is in such bad shape when it's been up for a week or two? Really? Seriously? Are you not looking at the big picture, or do you only take the market a few days at a time? They are scans that are opened up in a watch list. So what I do is I only use the Market Watch tab in ThinkorSwim. And when I set up a scan, then I detach that scan and drag it over here to this window. Then I go back to the Market Watch tab, set up another scan, detach it, drag it over here to the next position. Just like you can detach your trading chart. That's what I did here. I closed Active Trader so it wouldn't show. So just set up Market Watch as your main watch list. Then open each scan in Market Watch, detach it, drag it to where you want it. So you're not trying to set up multiple watch lists with all the indicators. Just set up Market Watch with all the indicators and open a scan, detach it. Seeing a lot of sales coming in now. You are welcome. So at 10 o'clock, I'll leave it up on Discord. I'll leave the all stock scan there and this 50-minute and this high flyers. You can monitor it while I'm gone. I may be gone 30, 45 minutes. It's an important meeting. It's a construction job. I've got to go meet them as if I can't close the ticket. So 9:22, 8 minutes to go before I end the live stream on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. All of this information, all of these indicators are free to you. That's where I'm getting some kind of support now, unless you donate to the cause. It's not mandatory, but you can if you want to pay it forward. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know I'm doing a good job. There's the link to YouTube. It also lets me know that I'm doing a good job by the amount of visitors that hit that video, and I'm usually getting about 500 to 1,000 a day on views, which is good for a newcomer, I suppose. If you don't belong to our Discord channel, there's a link to Discord in the description of every video. If you want to refer somebody, just send them to a YouTube video, have them subscribe, look down in the description to join YouTube. But for now, I'll post a YouTube video, the Discord link here. But don't pass out the Discord link. Pass out the subscription, the main link to the YouTube channel. And tell them where the Discord channel is, and we benefit on both areas. It also helps you as much as it helps me. It brings more investors here looking at the same stocks as they pop up on all of our computers. That brings more buyers and more sellers to that one stock or two stocks or three. So we're all going to benefit by building the channel. If you are an educator, let's say that you trade options like Bob, but you perfect the straddle or you perfect some other kind of butterfly spread, and you're good at it, and you want to hold a webinar, I'd love to have you on board. You don't have to do it every day. Once a week, maybe. That helps build the channel. Anything that you are a specialist at, I'd like to have you as an instructor. When the channel gets big enough and we're in profit, I plan on rewarding these instructors. You can make a little extra money. Money's not just mine, it's yours as well. I do plan on having pots to win. But we got to get there first, and I believe we will. So thank you for joining us this morning, and I hope you join us every morning. Come make some money with us in pre-market. If you don't believe we do, just ask around. Read the comments on my YouTube videos. Try to find one negative comment. Just one. I'm keeping it real here. I'm passing out the blessings. Come and get yours. Thank you, Ron. You have a blessed one yourself. And Robert. The buy and sell, John, has not been released yet. I'll probably do it tonight, depending on today's research. And I think that the research is really good. It's spot on. I'm glad I didn't release it yesterday. I did not feel comfortable with it yesterday. Today, I'm 99% confident. Now I'm waiting on market participation. If we can get that, we're good to go on that one. But if I wait on market participation, I may be waiting to 2030. But as long as the indicator's working, I'll stick it out there. I want you to benefit from it. Good job, Douglas. Thank you, Chewy. You have a blessed day too. And Scott. And Dippy. And John. And Dan. Thank you, Trump, Brian, Don, Neil. All of you be blessed. And Neil, I'm giving my all. That's what you're supposed to do. Give it your all. Thank you, JV, for your support. God bless you. Thank you, Jimmy, Andrew, Stonks. Neil, I hear that, brother. I think I can concentrate on trading now. I'm done. It's been a long journey, but it was well worth it. You're welcome, Joseph. You have a blessed one, brother. I'm waiting for something to happen. There's one at the bottom. $5 stock. We did have the crossover. We do have some spike arrows. We don't have the volume support. That one was up, but bounced down before I could click on it. It may bounce back up over the red line. So now I think it's on the market. I don't think it's on me anymore. I think I've done it. Got that master plan. Several confirmations through the indicators, not just a guess with one instrument. But I better get out of here. I'll keep talking. God bless every one of you. I hope I see you tomorrow morning, and I'm sure I will. Come make some money with us. Before Christmas gets here, you may can pay for a little bit of those gifts. God bless you. I'm out of here.